The Merchant and the Parrot. The first story. A long, long time ago, God always stayed with people. This is a story from that time. Land was big then, but there weren't many people living on it. So many rivers flowed through plains, and plains were covered with young deers. And in the land of India, there lived about 1,000 parrots. The parrots were singing and flying through the fresh air of the big woods, having nothing to worry about. Far away from the woods in India, however, there was a parrot living not in a tree nor in a garden, but in a small cage in a very big house owned by a merchant. The merchant loved the parrot so much. When the parrot sang, the merchant felt so happy. And when the parrot spread its rainbow-colored wings, his house shone beautifully. The parrot would sing, eat, and rest inside the golden cage. But the parrot was always looking up into the sky, thinking of her home in the faraway woods in India. One day, the merchant planned to travel to India. So he asked his family what they wanted from India as presents. One wanted a scarf. Another wanted elephant's ivory and snake oil, and the other wanted a sword. The merchant also asked the parrot,
"What do you want for yourself?"
But the parrot didn't say anything because she wanted no present. The merchant kept asking the parrot to tell him,
"My dear parrot, you always stay with me, whether I'm happy or lonely. What do you want from India? Please tell me."
Then the parrot said,
"I don't need anything. Don't bring me any scarf, ivory, king's crown, or king's jewels. But please visit my home in India where I used to live. And when you meet my old friends, tell them about my life here. Tell them I live in a cage, singing sad songs. Tell them how hard my life here is, and ask them how I can be happy again. Because I cannot solve my problem all by myself."
Over the mountains and across plains, the merchant arrived in India at last. Then he sold all the things he had brought and made a lot of money. The merchant was ready to return home after buying all the presents for his family. Then he suddenly remembered what the parrot had asked him to do. So he went to the woods where the parrot had lived before she came to him.
"Oh, what a beautiful place it is!"
The merchant couldn't keep his eyes off the woods. He had never seen such a beautiful place all his life. Tall trees almost touched the sky, and springs gurgled everywhere. The earth was as soft as green velvet. The sky was as fair as blue silk. And some parrots were playing freely and happily among flowers. And others were singing and flying from one tree to another. whose branches hung heavily with fruit. The merchant looked at the beautiful scenery for many hours, with his mouth wide open. At last, he remembered what the parrot had told him to do, and began to say in a loud voice. When the merchant said,
"My parrot needs your help,"
all the parrots in the woods stopped singing and listened quietly to him. He went on.
"My parrot has always been with me through hard times. She has brought us all so much joy with her cute tricks during the days of feasts. Her cage is made of gold, and her leg ring is made of silver. I give her plenty of food and water, but my parrot is not happy at all. She always misses her friends and home here, and all she wants is to return to this wood."
The parrots listened to the merchant carefully. The merchant continued.
"My parrot misses all of you very much. My parrot, who is living in the cage, seems homesick. That's why she asks for your help. My parrot told me to ask you,
What am I supposed to do? I really miss you, but I can't come to you, so I just want to die. My life here is so hard, and yet you're flying freely all over the trees in the woods. I envy all of you living in the trees. Sometimes I even wonder if I really have my friends in the woods or only in my imagination. I'm here in a cage, and you're there living free in the fields of flowers. You must be so happy. But think of me, your poor friend, every now and then, would you? I used to have a happy life like you while I was living in the woods.
My parrot wants no present, but she asked me to tell you what I've just told you.